The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation has stressed that it will continue to keep a close eye. On anyone who seek to disrupt the peace Rwandans have built in the past 30 years after the genocide against the Tutsi. The declaration was made as the commemoration event was organized by the ministry to remember victims of the genocide against the Tutsi. Sakshan Hwere with the details.
The event began by the paying of respects at the graves of the more than 250,000 victims of the genocide against the Tutsi buried at Gisozi, and presentations made centered on how the Tutsi were being persecuted long before the genocide began. When you realize that the first 10 commandments of the Hutu were made public in their manifesto back in 1957, that in 1959 Gitera also published his version, then in 1990 the physics professor Nezimana released an even uglier version of them, then you will understand just how bad the situation was. Genocidal ideologies that seek to destroy all the country has achieved were also discussed.
RPA cyangwa se inkotanyi zitangira urugamba umunsi wa mbere zari 400.
When the RPF Inkotanyi began their struggle, they were 400 on day one, and by the time they stopped the genocide, they were 19,000. I told you that already. Today, those fighting genocidal ideologies are 13 million, and that is something to be happy about. The fact that 19,000 were able to defeat 1 million and stop the genocide in 3 months means nothing is too difficult for us now. The role of the youth in denouncing such ideologies was also not forgotten. Genocidal ideologies began to be taught long ago, and they are still ongoing today. Most of the Rwandans we have today were either born after the genocide or were just children when it happened, and the census done in 2022 reflects it. That means we must put a lot of effort in helping all Rwandans, especially the youth, to learn of our true history. Our history has been distorted and taught by those who have their personal interests at heart. Then there is the matter of Rwandans choosing their own destiny without external influence.
Induru hirya no hino byacitse amaradiyo amateleviziyo ibyandikwa iki internet noneho.
You get a lot of noise from televisions, radios, print media, and even the internet all over the world, as if all hell is breaking loose here in Rwanda, when everything is fine. The weapons we have now are far more than we had 30 years ago, and they are more than enough to deal with any threats to our national security. Therefore, there is no doubt that we will win that war.
Igihugu cyacu icyo ari cyo cyose nta kabuza rero urugamba tuzarutsinda.
Officials in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation also noted that activities in neighboring countries that seek to negate the genocide against the Tutsi are proof that the international community did not learn its lesson from what happened here in Rwanda back in 1994.